It started on a quiet Tuesday evening. Ethan had just finished work and was relaxing in his apartment when his phone buzzed. At first, he thought it was another promotional text. But when he opened it, he nearly dropped the phone. A transfer notification showed that someone had deposited $500 into his account. The sender's name appeared as M. Carter. Ethan searched through his contacts. Nothing. He checked social media. Nothing. He even searched old emails. Still nothing. Then another message arrived. "I know this looks suspicious. Please give me a chance to explain." Ethan laughed nervously. That was exactly what a scammer would say. Without replying, he blocked the number. Problem solved, or so he thought. The next morning, Ethan woke up to dozens of missed calls. Not from the same number. Different numbers, different locations, but every voicemail sounded similar. "Please call me back. This is important. You've got the wrong idea." Ethan became genuinely concerned. Was someone targeting him? Had his personal information been leaked? He contacted his bank. The representative reviewed the transaction. Everything appeared legitimate. The money wasn't stolen. The account wasn't flagged. Nothing seemed unusual. That answer somehow made things even more unsettling. If it wasn't fraud, then what was it? 3 days later, curiosity got the better of him. He unblocked the original number. Almost immediately, a reply arrived. As if the sender had been waiting. "Thank you for giving me another chance." Ethan responded cautiously. "Who are you?" Several minutes passed. Then came the answer. "My name is Michael Carter. I think I knew your mother." Ethan froze. His mother had passed away years earlier. And she rarely spoke about her past. In fact, there was an entire period of her life she refused to discuss. Whenever Ethan asked questions, she would simply change the subject. The message continued. "I don't expect you to believe me, but I think your mother spent years looking for someone. And I think that someone might be me." Ethan wanted to ignore it. Every warning signal in his brain screamed at him. But another part of him couldn't let it go. Over the following weeks, Michael shared old photographs, documents, letters, even newspaper clippings. Everything seemed authentic. The more Ethan looked, the harder it became to dismiss. One photo changed everything. It showed a young woman standing beside a teenage boy. The woman was unmistakably Ethan's mother. And she looked happier than he had ever seen her. On the back was a handwritten note. "To my little brother. One day we'll find each other again." Ethan stared at the words for what felt like hours. Little brother? His mother had never mentioned having a brother. Not once. Michael finally revealed what he knew. Decades earlier, a series of family problems had separated several relatives. Records were lost. People moved away. Names changed. Over time, connections disappeared. According to Michael, he had spent years searching for his family. Years. Most leads ended in dead ends. Wrong people, wrong addresses, wrong records. Then a recent DNA test connected pieces that had been missing for decades. The results pointed toward Ethan's mother. And eventually, toward Ethan. Suddenly, the mysterious money made sense. Michael explained that the transfer wasn't a trick. Years ago, Ethan's mother had helped him when he had absolutely nothing. He had promised himself that if he ever found her again, he would repay her kindness. But by the time he located her information, she was already gone, so he sent the money to Ethan instead. Not as payment, not as charity, as a promise fulfilled. Ethan agreed to meet Michael. Even then, he remained cautious. The meeting took place at a small cafe halfway between their cities. As Ethan walked inside, his heart pounded. Then he saw him, an older man sitting quietly by the window, holding a photograph, the same photograph Ethan had seen. When Michael looked up, tears instantly filled his eyes. Neither of them spoke at first. The silence somehow said everything. Michael slowly slid the photograph across the table. "She never stopped talking about family," he said. "Even when we lost contact." For the next several hours, they shared stories, memories, questions, pieces of a family history Ethan never knew existed. For the first time in years, he felt closer to his mother's past. Closer to understanding who she really was. Just when Ethan thought the mystery was solved, Michael revealed one final detail. A detail he had intentionally kept secret. Because he wasn't completely certain. Until now. According to the DNA records, there might be another relative. Someone even closer. Someone nobody had been able to locate. Someone connected to a family secret that had remained buried for decades. Michael reached into his bag, pulled out a worn envelope, and placed it on the table. Inside was a name.
I cannot believe what I am seeing right now. This address, this name, it does not make any sense at all. How could this be possible for her?
The problem was, that person wasn't supposed to exist. Ethan left the cafe carrying more questions than answers. What began as a suspicious $500 transfer had transformed into something unimaginable. A missing family history, a decades-old mystery, and now, a new lead that could change everything he thought he knew about his family.
I wonder what Ethan is up to today. He always seems to be on the move, but I hope he is taking a moment to enjoy his coffee just like I am.
But the biggest question remained unanswered. Who was the person in the photograph? And why had his mother spent years trying to find them? That's a story for another day. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe, because part 2 uncovers what happened when Ethan followed the address hidden inside that envelope. And trust me, nothing could have prepared him for what he found.